So, welcome all to our first edition of our podcast here today with School of Business. With us today, we have our special guest, Dr. Lakshman Kumar, Director for Talent Acquisition and for Elite Solutions in APAC region, and BFSI and CMTE for Innova Solutions. Sir, thank you and welcome to our podcast today. We are truly delighted to have you at Assam Kaziranga University for our premier edition. So, sir, we'd like to start off with your journey in talent acquisition. It is nothing short of inspiring for all of us, sir. So, would you like to share with us what inspired you to pursue a career in talent acquisition and management and eventually leading you to where you are today?
Good question. In fact, when I took up the opportunity in talent acquisition, it was never by choice when I took that stream of HR. But I had one motivation from my senior who actually taught me what IT talent acquisition is all about. And he was my mentor and my guru who taught me HR. So with his inspiration and guidance, I managed to enter into the field of talent acquisition. And from there, I had my first manager, Mr. Binoj and Vamsi, who taught me the talent acquisition. And from there, I never looked upon. And I started with IT recruiting first in 2004, where there's even not a job portal. We had only one job portal, that was Jobs Ahead. And then we started the talent acquisition. Gamut has been changing, but our passion still continues to be the same.
Okay, sir. So, sir, I believe recruiting talent for an IT company, especially in the Indian market, must present real challenges for you. So, could you shed some light on what some of these challenges are and how you have managed them throughout your career?
First challenge I would say is managing the just-in-time hiring needs, because most of the business comes back and tell that I need the resource as on today. So that is the first challenge which any individual, or for that matter even I as a have a challenge. And second thing is the demand and supply. We have a lot of opportunities which are prevalent, but to identify the relevant talent, we have an issue towards matching that supply of demand. And the third one is the impersonification of the talent, right? People use the technology, people use the platforms, and they impersonate somebody else. So that means if you are the job seeker, you're not attending interview, but somebody else is doing that interview or morphing that particular complete identity. So that is also one more challenge we have. And the fourth challenge we have is engaging the people. And especially during this post-pandemic time, people are holding multiple jobs. Moonlighting is one more issue which we are seeing. So these are some of the challenges what we have. So how do we really manage all these challenges? The first thing is, I keep telling, and in fact I practice this a lot, is building the talent pipelining. That means I don't really start looking the talent only when I have a job for you. No, I should be able to build my talent pool. So if I am in the business of hiring some technology, Java full stack, if I have a role today, I'm doing it. If I don't have, that doesn't mean that I should sit idle. I should create that virtual talent pool, engage them, initiate conversations, and keep a kind of conversations that will engage them for future talent. And one such platform is LinkedIn. So we have LinkedIn Talent Solutions, where we create a project and we continuously feed all of the pipeline to that project and we engage them. That is my first thing. And second important biggest problem where every recruitment industry has is dropouts. That means people accept the offer and they turn down at the last minute. That will have an impact on my credibility as a company and opportunity loss for me as a company towards the customer. And third one is there is a monetary impact, there is a billing loss. So how do I really manage it? Again, one is the talent pipelining and engage lot of references. So that means if I am getting a like-minded person like me or leveraging my employee reference, so I have an opportunity or tendency to get a diverse candidate or a good candidate who has a similar thought process. It's not easy to clone you, right? So I can get a similar friend who has a thought process, whom you have traveled so far. And when you are referring, it is a clear-cut indication that this particular person has a similar thoughts like you or can possibly work along with that culture. And other side is when I pay a good employee referral amount, it is also boosting my employee morale. So that is a good opportunity which we have. And when your talent is proactive and you are making them follow or giving conversations with them, right, there's a bonding that is built. So today what happens is not everybody turns down the offer only just because of monetary reasons or a growth. It is the kind of first connect what we really do. So we as an organization and personally, we put a lot of emphasis on the candidate engagement. right from opening the conversation with the candidate till the complete life cycle they onboard, the entire life cycle, it's like a standard script. So whether you or me, whoever is dealing with that, it's a kind of a similar series flow. It should be having a consistency, and you should give the complete candidate experience. So that is one thing we have. And third problem, what I said was the moonlighting and the impersonification.
Yes.
So for that, we also make sure that we have that AI platforms built, which will give an indication if somebody is doing a lip sync or eye contact. All that pragmatic features are already there. But other than that, what we also do is we do some sanity checks, especially on the EPFO related, where we do the service history checks. That comes an indication whether this guy has been doing any parallel employments or not. And we also have a wide network, which we also believe in creating that network. So our own HR network, we exchange ideas and thoughts and see, hey, whether this particular case looks genuine to you, or we cross collaborate, we kind of exchange information between us. So that will also help. But yes, we have a stringent background check policies and platforms that will also help you to give your social score, identity score, drug history. All these checks and balances are really made through the platforms.
Okay, sir. So, sir, I believe you have worked as an executive human resource at Points of Private Limited earlier on in your career. So could you share with us any standout experiences from those early days that left a lasting impression on you and even influenced you in HR?
I would give one wonderful example in my first career job. I was just 1.5 months old to the system. I was a college graduate like you guys. And I had my first closure. Closure means where you have an opportunity, you line up that candidate and you get that candidate selected and you offer and that person joins. So at that time, we had a wonderful incentive system, and every closure is almost half of your salary. So we had that. And I got my first closure for an opportunity with Singapore Bank, where I identified a candidate. It was a great candidate. We selected him, we offered him. Okay. And the cycle time is we should follow up in the complete life cycle. Like after the offer is given, the person need to join, and you completely life cycle, you follow up. So that person was supposed to go to Singapore.
Yes, sir.
So I ensured that he got the visa. Offer is gone on time. The client was everything was happy. He was about to fly tomorrow morning, and I followed up till midnight, 12:30. You're on the way to airport. And he was on the way to airport. So I was completely relaxed. My first closure, I was going to make some money and all. I reached office around 9 o'clock. At 9:30, we got the client from Singapore office saying that this guy didn't come to Singapore. It's a big shocker. I was completely blank. And my manager's manager called us and he just threw the phone on site. And I was completely blank. I just simply logged my complaint and I went out for a fact. I was not able to understand what was happening. That was the first big jerk which happened. And when I came and went to my manager and was trying to convey my efforts and emotions, he said, hang on, that is common. So what are the lessons learned from here? So we started engaging with the candidate and put your checks and balances. Never ever get emotionally attached to the candidate or emotionally, detached if something goes wrong. You should be practically evaluate what is likely to happen. So today, unless you are on board, I don't have a control on you. You are an external body for me. So what can control me is my checks and balances. Have you really initiated your resignations? Your acceptance letter is there. Do your sanity checks. Today what we do is we take all correspondence documentation. We do a sanity check. We also do a call with I would not use the word prank call, but somebody else will also call to understand that this candidate is still engaged or he's looking opportunities or he or she is still active in the job portal. That way, that experience, right, it helped us to make me more strong. And today, I get a complete understanding based on the conversation of the candidate. I can read the candidate mind. So what we have done is we do a offer follow-up call from after that. We learn through the journey is every week we call the candidate and we draw a pattern. And if somebody is not joining after the 4th week or 3rd week, so we should have figured out in 2nd week itself.
This pattern is...
Or maybe if somebody is giving a last minute dropout, I could have guessed. So what we can do is we cannot control that. All that you can do is build backups, build a backup plan so that customer is not getting impacted. That's what we have learned. That's what experience it has taught.
Yes, sir. So, sir, later on, I believe you transition roles as well. how has your experience as an account manager for Prolifics shaped your approach to leadership?
Yeah. As I said in my previous session, my education has given me that opportunity and flexibility to translate. I have seen 3 recessions till now. So 2008 was my first recession. I came out in the market when the recession was there. And when the first recession impacted us, there was no hiring. Globally, the complete mortgage was down. And that impacted adversely with all the BFS sector and every sector for that matter. And that education, whatever I had an opportunity to make my hands dirty. I was doing the business analyst role within the organization. And I was doing that, understanding we had our own in-house product. We were doing that in-house product demos as well. And account management initially was not my choice. I had to take it up. But from there, when I got transition, I was able to add value because account management person is one individual who actually license between the client and their internal delivery. The delivery is the person who delivers on ground. So I know the in-house problems, being a recruitment background, I know where the resume comes in, what the customer problems, I'm able to correlate. So that learning experience of my individual talent acquisition capability helped me to bridge the gap what the talent was looking or the issues they have. And apparently this experience also helped me in such a way like where I was also a deputy to the client place. I was working out from Merrill Lynch office for 3 months in Chennai and I helped them to set up one project and then I was kind of floating between Chennai, Hyderabad every weekend. So that's how it happened.
Okay, so you're traveling?
No, it was in the past.
In the past.
Yeah.
Okay, so
This was before 2011, 12.
yes, sir. So that's 13 to 14 years back.
Yeah, close to.
So, sir, according to you, what are the key skills you believe every aspiring leader should develop?
So as a leader, first thing, what I really strongly believe is you should stay updated, first thing. And you should have the right mindset and attitude. And most important is being empathetic. You should listen first. The more you talk, you'll only speak what you know. The less you speak and more you listen, you get a lot of feedback. That will help you to drive. So I believe as an individual, I believe a lot in the participative leadership style. It is not about hierarchy or authority or designation. It's a kind of accountability, accomplishment, and empathy that will help you grow as a leader. That's what I strongly believe.
So we've talked about challenges you faced during your career, how you overcame them, your approaches to leadership. So based on all these insights you've shared and involvement in various initiatives, could you share with us something about the Hyderabad Human Capital Fraternity? What led to its foundation and what impact you envisioned it has on the...
So Hyderabad Human Capital Forum, almost 9.5 years now. It started with 2 mindsets of individuals who were looking out for a job opportunities at the time. One was me, another one still was one of my other friend. So we thought we know some people, but there was a connect that is missing. Everybody, we didn't even have that social platforms at that time. It was not that booming, right? So everybody had thoughts, but there was only a limited circle. There was no limited. So we came all together, and first initial phase was to add like-minded people, to exchange, to talk. It was more of a platform which was to get the HR at one place. And from there it evolved. Today we had a group of 600 plus corporate HRs. With the minimum is manager, till director, senior director, VP level, we have people. So we discuss a lot of industry happenings, trends, knowledge, conferences, everything and anything in the fraternity of HR. So that platform gave an opportunity for me to network, because today a lot of opportunities get closed in network. It's not like I publish. Even for you guys, when I'm trying to tell you is, you need to create the opportunities, not find the opportunities. Finding the opportunities are gone those days. So that networking will help you to create the opportunities and a cross collaboration in the industry trends, because business will respect when you talk reality, facts, figures, and industry. And that can happen only when you cross collaborate between the network. So that network, that platform really helps us to collaborate between people.
So, sir, you're talking about creating opportunities, how do we create these opportunities?
So creating opportunities, suppose you know what is your potential, right? Yes. And company may or may not have, and especially this happens when you go from mid-management to senior level, you will need to identify your own USP or your own strength, what you can bring to the table. Suppose I'm a director, senior director, talent acquisition. Now I wanted to grow or aspire to become a vice president in the next 4 years. And when I go and find out a job, I may not find a job in the job portal or a LinkedIn. So first thing is, I figure out what is my USP, what is my strength, okay, and what is the industry experience I can do. So today, if you look at my industry experiences, maybe services side, I worked at 10 years. I have a captive company experience. I have a payroll experience. So I look out and I create a segment of companies which are operating in that. And what is the value I can bring to the table? So I should go back and connect with the person or the leadership who can make a decision. That is where your network is very, very critical. When you go and connect a leader or a chief executive or anybody, you should not ask for a job. Your approach should not be like, I am out for a job or I'm looking out for a job. No. You should portray your experience. Hey, this is the breadth of experience I carry, and this is what your problem statement as an organization is going through. So you need to do that enough research from the company, and this is what your solution likely, and I am keen to be part of your team. So your approach, right? It's like all the packaging what you do versus approaching you for a job, that makes a significant impact. So when you get into that positioning, automatically you're creating opportunities. And it became successful in my own personal experience. I cannot name the company so into the conflict of interest, but it really works well. And as an individual, when you shape up, right, it creates impact. Especially from mid-management to senior, you need to create opportunities more than finding out the opportunities.
Okay, sir. So, how did, during your career, how did you balance your professional responsibilities and your commitment to community development since...
It's all, again, the passion I have. And most importantly, I'm very good at time management. That is what it brought me all the way, even though on the weekend. First thing is, I got this traits or qualities imbibed during my college days. I was an active NCC student. I used to get up one time, go on a time. So it was full leading a disciplined life. And second thing is, what I also believe is, it's a passion to give back to society. It's a value system what you have. And 5 days, I'm fully committed to the work office. And I do a lot of community work. I am collaborated with Cyberabad Security Police of Hyderabad, where I do some initiatives. And I was also doing some community activities within the place where I live. And then I was also doing the CSR activities as well. And out of my interest, I do networking from the HR fraternity. I go and teach people. We enable some of the students who are below poverty line. And I work for women empowerment programs through some of my friends. So that is all the interest I create. At the same time, I also balance the family life as well. But yeah, I create myself. I wanted to learn. That passion is there. So there's never an age that will stop you that you should not learn. So it's all about the interest what you create. Yes. And the time. Everybody has the same time. It is about how you give your time, how productively you use your time.
It's all about time management and process of learning. So it was good speaking to you, sir, in a very little time we have. But before we wrap this up, what advice would you offer students pursuing a career in talent acquisition and HR, and looking ahead, what legacy do you aspire to leave in the field of talent acquisition and management?
Say somebody who wants to get their career into talent acquisition, again, it is a land of opportunities, right? Like as I was talking, anybody can come in talent acquisition, right? From a graduate to a postgraduate to an engineer graduate. It all depends upon how passionate you are to take up that job. It is not that job easily taken unlike other ones, because you deal with unknown person. Like talent acquisition is all about create that impact, create that bonding. It's like you are one more salesperson, right? So you should be very, very empathetic, staying on top of the data, diplomatic, and most importantly, highly influential, because you are the gatekeeper of the organization. When you create that first impact, sell the positions, sell about the role, it creates that impact, and you are actually the brand ambassador of the company. So you should be, as an individual, you should be playing a very vital role in terms of ensuring that this is the right company for you, right culture. So you as an individual should be able to convince yourself, highly motivated, and most importantly, especially in the IT industry, if you are looking for a talent acquisition, you should be a tech savvy. That doesn't mean that you should code and all, but you need to know what is what. Whereabouts. Today I can talk any technology, but doesn't mean that I can code, no. But I can connect the dots. What is business looking at, and what the terms are they looking at? How is that market is aligned towards that? How as an industry I can make an impact, especially in the service industry. You should stay on top of what is happening.
So thank you again, sir. It is an honor to have you with us today. I hope we all have learned from this small yet wonderful conversation. Thank you for your time, and all keep watching. Stay tuned for the upcoming episodes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.